Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Mushoku Tensei Season 3, Episode 8. So, last time we had the two Beast Girls have a duel in regards to about like who becomes the chief of the combined two tribes that they're from. And so once that was done, they went their separate, where they wanted to go to their separate ways, but they ended up being in the same carriage. So yeah, I'm surely at some point we'll see them again. Then we had Nanahoshi be successful at teleporting a watermelon from our world, though she wanted to. The actual aim was to bring back, or just to bring a vegetable, not a fruit. So I feel like that might be something to keep in mind. Then we also have Nanahoshi telling Rudy that, oh, her magic teacher could actually give Tennis her memories back. And apparently it's Perugius, one of the three heroes to have defeated Laplace 400 years ago. And Laplace was a demon god. And I thought like, oh, wasn't that Kirishika? But no, she was a demon empress. Also, thank you to the commenter who told me when was the first time we ever hear about Perugius in season 1. But the instance I was specifically thinking about was the one in episode 6. Like right before the mass teleportation, that Perugius tells someone to go and kill the person responsible for the huge mana gathering before it happens. So yeah, I'm really curious how that's gonna go. So let's get into it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, pretty much everyone is coming. Oh, sealed. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Oh, all right. Almanfi. Oh shit. Hmm. Hmm. Just treating all demons the same. Also, it seems that Almanfi does not remember Rudy. I mean, it was a very brief confrontation. Huh. The visuals kind of make me think of like whenever Rudy talks to the man god. Perugius. Not. I guess that's how it's meant to be pronounced instead of Perugius. Whoa. That's so cool looking. But also scary. Because I have fear of heights. Silvaril. Chaos Breaker. Okay, so the Flying Fortress has a name. I like this opening song. It's really setting the tone for this new place. Oh? Oh, should he say anything? I would not. Yeah, because of the last time that he mentioned anything. I don't know if lying will be the right choice, but I completely understand lying here. Or at the very least, lying by omission. Because Rudy didn't say anything. Oh, Koyama Rikia. I see. Cool voice. Huh. No, Nanahoshi. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, I did not remember that. That's where he found the book. Oh, he likes that. That's nice of him. Not a son. Mm. Why? Uh, weird. What? Really? Alright. I hope no one does anything to offend him by accident. Oh, yo. The presentation for this. Okay. I think this is new info. Right? Well, at least I didn't remember the whole thing about the crystals. Yo, the art for this is so pretty. Man, I feel so bad for Elena Liz. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy for her to share that. Mm. That was a nice scene between those two. Alright, that's something. I feel like Nanahoshi's coughing is gonna lead to something really bad for her. It just keeps going. And she can't be cured of it. Itadakimasu. Mm. Oh. Yeah. Just to taste even just close to home. Got Nanahoshi that much, huh? That's how much she wants to go back and misses it. Right, I was thinking that. Well, that's a cool designed door. Uh, it looks really empty. Oh. Oh. Maybe it's the telling of a story from 400 years ago? Hmm. Oh. So it's even older than that? Hmm. Interesting. Well, yeah. He shares something with her that no one else in this world can. I figured. I wonder if it was like. There's a little bit of seriousness in the joke. Oh, she's coughing again. No. Yeah. I don't think it's really helping them much. Right. Nanahoshi? Uh. I knew I was right to be worried. Oh my lord, that's a lot of blood. Oh. That's the end? Well, that's certainly a cliffhanger. I really hope she's gonna be okay. Crazy the journey I've gone through from being so scared of her to now being so attached and concerned over her. Yeah, didn't I tell you from the first moment I saw her coughing this season, I was like, something is gonna come out of this. Especially if the magic healing is not doing anything for her. Lament. Well, that's not encouraging. Alright, yo. I feel like I spent a lot of the reaction just, staying quiet and listening. Because, it does feel like coming to the Flying Fortress, there was gonna be a lot of exposition that I needed to pay attention to. And yeah, I feel like there was quite a bit. So yeah, there was one person who stayed behind that wasn't allowed to go up there, and that was Roxy. Why? Because she's a demon. Now, I have no idea, right? What kind of experience Perugius had with the multiple, the different demon races back in his time when he fought Laplas. But at the very least, when we went through the demon continent in season 1, we know that really demons are not, at least the ones we met, are not inherently evil. Like Roxy is like the perfect example of that. They're very similar to humans, actually. Hell, even the ones that don't look humanoid, like, oh my god, what's his name? Gadibadi? He was still like a pretty chill guy. Granted, he respected and got along with Rudius at first because, Rudius managed to defeat him, if I recall correctly. But, maybe we just got to see his best side. But, even the whole thing with Rudyard, how he was, he had some skewed morals, but he was trying his best to change the perception that the world has of this bird race. So just the fact that he knew the bird race had done bad things in the past meant that he had to work on it extremely hard in order for the reputations to start changing. And even though, there was still a lot of things that he didn't understand. Like when he wanted to kill those guys that, or he did kill some guys that kidnapped, I think, Beast children. Rudy helped him and did his best to try and make him understand. But yeah, like, even within the different races of demon, there are differences. They're not all the same. So it feels like Perugius is, discriminating based on maybe his own isolated experiences with Laplace and their allies? Question mark? We know very little about that. At least, from an anime-only standpoint, like me. So I wonder if that's ever gonna get challenged. Yeah, they go up there and basically get a hearing with him. I wonder if there's some kind of meaning to all of his subordinates. I know they're called familiars, but like, yeah, what's up with the masks? Yeah, Nanahoshi is the first one to talk, so she's the one who actually knows him. And he's very patient and kind with her. He's like, results mean little. The pursuit of knowledge is the destiny of the dragon race. So, okay. I'm guessing that means that he's not actually human. There is a dragon race, and he's part of it. Is Perugius the first member of the dragon race we've seen? Now I'm thinking, did Orsted also have like the scaly lines in his face as he does? But I don't remember exactly. Also, yeah, before they start talking to him, when they pass this, like, I don't know, big arch before getting to the castle. Shilbarin asks Rudy if if the name man god means anything to him. And like, we don't even need to know what Rudy's thinking. We just see flashbacks of when Orsted almost kills him for trying to talk about it. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, in that very brief flashback, yeah. Orsted does have the, like, dragon scales on his face. Okay. But yeah. Just that alone. Plus, we do see Rudius, like, activate his demon eye. Actually, that's what I thought. The arch kind of like sensed in him, and that's what she was gonna ask about the demon eye, because of the Perugius views on them. But no. Yeah, just seeing that brief flashback is just enough for everyone to be like, of course he wouldn't say anything. And that trauma is very much still steeped within him. Yeah, he starts sweating too. And it's actually Sylvie? Yeah. Who answers, no, not a thing. And I was waiting for her to bring it up later, in the back of my mind. Because, I don't know, I feel like I have a feeling that she sensed that she was lying for him, even though she doesn't actually know. Like she just knew from his reaction that there was a good enough reason for him to not want to say anything. And so she took the initiative to lie. Yeah, that was tense. Now, I do wonder what would have happened if he said yes, but better to stay on the safe side for now. But what the hell? Why do these people are so curious? Or rather, well, Orsted was more than curious. Bro was murderous over it. What's their beef with the man god? Yeah, I guess. Just this whole season, though, Rudy has not had a conversation with them. But it usually happens before a big a big thing in the store happens, so maybe it's good that we haven't. Yeah, then we have Ariel introducing herself, and she tries to be very, polite and just her royal manners up in full display, but he sees right through them. And then we have Perugius. And the way that Perugius says his name, it's... well, he's definitely gonna remember it now. Teleporting you proved somewhat taxing. Huh. But he doesn't know why? At the very least, he keeps it to himself. I doubt I could have done it if you had resisted in earnest. Yeah, because we do see at the beginning that Rudius is the last one that gets teleported. But he wasn't resisting in any way, so that was just... like, there's an innate resistance in his body, I guess, or from his mana. Since he does go on to say, like, your mana recalls Laplace. Which is... how? How could it do that? There's nothing right now that could make me come up to an answer for that. And then he says, it disgusts me. Do not think of using it in my halls. So I'm just thinking, like, okay. I'm just imagining, like, there's going to come a point where Rudius will feel like he has to use it, despite what the consequences may be. But, there's that. At the very least, Nanahoshi does tell him to show Rudy some kindness since he's been so instrumental in her research. And Perugius agrees. And we have Rudy actually telling him what his request is. which is, please help my mom with her memories. And so he explains how that comes to be. Those are the ones you call cursed children or blessed children. Well, those two terms seem very opposites of each other. I do know of a woman who made a similar fate. Elena Lee's Dragon Road. Well, yeah, but now that, the episode is done and we know her story, she never actually recovered her memories, so I don't know what was the point of Perugius pointing us towards her, but I guess it's just, from a narrative standpoint, it led to her sharing her story and just getting to understand her better. Because it did not, it didn't really help in regards to trying to figure out a way on getting Zenith's memories back. But it was new info. Then Sanova talks about the book, and Perugius says it belongs to the Mad Dragon King house, who died decades ago. And he has no successor, apparently. And yeah, he tells him how he found it. And Perugius is quite taken by Sanova's love of the arts. And so he'll show him several pieces by Chaos in my store of treasures. Which, yeah, that's fun. Then lastly, we have Sylphie asking about the mass teleportation, and there's no real culprit to it, I guess. At least not not so far as Perugius knowing. Yeah, at first I suspected Laplace or his allies. But not even I could have summoned Nanahoshi. In which case, no one in this world could have done so. What if it was the man god? We don't know exactly where the man god even resides. Only appears in Rudy's dreams. So, there could be a culprit. It's just Perugius is not willing to share his guess, or it really is how he says. It just happened by chance, but I don't know. There's something about it being natural that could work. But for now, I still think it's a possibility that someone caused it. And then we get Elinalis' story. And man, the art style for it. It's so pretty. But okay, so I think we might have already known about, like, her body produces a small mana crystals once a month. Maybe not to the specifics, but I think she might have mentioned it at least once in season 2, and I just forgot. Yeah, the more I think about Elinalis' curse, I just get sad. Like, she just has no say in it. She either has sex with someone or she dies, basically. Hey, that's horrible. She has no autonomy of her sexual urges. And she was vilified for it. But hey, at the very least she's happy now, so let's hope it stays that way. And yeah, she says she has a feeling that Sinet's condition is quite different from hers. But there's, no real way to know. There's still quite a lot of unknowns in regards to that. I really like this inner thought from Rudy that is just very empathetic. I'm sorry for making you tell me things you'd rather not. I know all about wanting to keep your past to yourself. So I'm not gonna judge her. That's just, genuinely quite mature from him. The friendship between these two, I feel like it's very understated, but it really shines in moments like this. Then we got the teleportation lessons, and I think this might be my favorite scene in the episode. With Rudy and Nanahoshi eating food that is, close to Japanese food, but not quite. It just doesn't quite get there. But it is the closest it could get in this world. And just that, it really makes Nanahoshi homesick. Now you can really tell by her expression how much she wishes she was actually eating Japanese food at home. And yet she's stuck here. She's such a good contrast to Rudy, who, by coming here, got a new life, new start, new chance to, become a different person than he was, make friends, get a family. Meanwhile, Nanahoshi just wants to leave. At the really, she's more open to creating bonds with others than when we first saw her in season 2, but her life was the best. Or at the very least, it was a lot more enjoyable and fulfilling over there than it is here for her. And I just really like having that opposite character arc, in contrast to Rudy's. Then we get the mural, and Perugius doesn't like it. And I just wonder if he knows more about it than he lets on. But I'm not very good at trying to decipher what exactly it would be about. Maybe just a point in history he wishes to forget. But if so, why not just get rid of the mural and, make a new one? Then we have that conversation with Rudy and Sylvie. And even though she says like, I'm just teasing you, but the way that Rudy reacts makes me think like maybe she wasn't fully. But I mean, like, how could he possibly explain the type of connection that him and Nanahoshi have? So it's complicated. And then yeah, we end up with Nanahoshi passing out after coughing up blood. So much blood. And that's it. Usually I don't go through the whole episode to talk about almost everything, but there was a lot of interesting things in this one. So if you want to let me know what was cut from the light novel, or just something that was changed, or something, you know, that you specifically liked, leave it in the comments below. Until then, see you next time. Bye!